My preparations for Rio it wasn't plain sailing. I think it was probably one of the worst preps I've ever had, and it's always it's ironic because you always want to have the best preparation that you can. But we left South Africa, I think it was the end of May, and with the intention not to get sick because obviously South Africa is winter time, and we headed over to Europe where it's summer, and yeah, I just picked up some crazy virus, and we were out for about 6 weeks, antibiotics. As soon as we got better with that, I dislocated my knee, so it was quite a crucial period where you need to obviously do your best training, and we weren't able to do that. So I think, like all things considered, I'm still extremely happy with the time that I did and the silver medal. And you always want gold, of course. I don't think any athlete ever wants to race for silver medal, but at least it's on the podium, and it's another medal for South Africa. So you know, if you can't get gold, at least you can get silver. Of course, anybody's beatable. You know, a couple of years ago, people used to say that I was unbeatable, and now, you know, somebody's come up and beat me. So it's you know, it's just the life cycle of sports, and you know, people start beating their idols, and you know, they start learning how to do things better than what the others are. And you know, Adam's got such a good, strong team there in the UK. They've studied a lot of people, studied myself, studied other strokes. You know, a lot of scientific research has gone into his stroke. So he's really pioneered a new style, shall we say, of breaststroke, and now it's time for me to try and adapt and to try and almost simulate what he's doing. I think Chad, you know, he said personally that he was disappointed with his performance, but you know, it is again 2 silver medals, and I think it's an amazing achievement still for the country. So you know, well done to him. But yeah, I guess, you know, him and I, we both had our eyesight on gold, and of course, not achieving your goal and what you really want is, shall we say, bittersweet victory to get the silver medal. But yeah, we have another 4 years to crank out some tough training and some good times, and we look forward to Tokyo. Well, we'll see. I mean, obviously the goal at the moment is to try and compete in Tokyo, and I think we're going to take it as we always do on 2-year plans. You know, from now we'll work to Commonwealth Games, and from there we'll go to Tokyo. So I'm excited. You know, it's such an adrenaline rush. It's such a drug to be able to compete at such a high level. You know, it's so addictive, and you know, even now getting back to South Africa and seeing, you know, Wade and Custer and all these guys competing in athletics, I get such withdrawals, and you know, so sad that I'm not there anymore. It's and it was literally a week ago. I personally don't think the federation is doing enough, and I think there's two parts to that. I think that the one is that they don't have enough funding, unfortunately. You know, so assuming we don't get quite the budget that we should, I think, or compared to a lot of other sports, and that obviously directly relates back to being able to run more programs and so on. And I think also a lot of the swimmers, I think we could be doing a lot more. You know, I think you know, we're so concerned sometimes, I think, with competing and doing things that sometimes we neglect trying to give back ourselves. You know, and going and doing outreach programs. And for me, the next 4 years, you know, it's probably going to be the last 4 years that I'm going to swim, and I'm really going to try and make a huge effort to try and give back to the community and try and organise, you know, with hopefully Swimming South Africa if they're able to help. If not, with a couple of my sponsors like Samsung and Investec and the guys that really want to do community outreach programs and invest in that.